Welcome back and thank you for staying with us on Daybreak. So yesterday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addressed the nation amidst the growing tension and nationwide protests against the bad governance and hunger. So in his broadcast, the president acknowledged the difficulties faced by Nigerians, but also emphasized the need for peaceful and constructive engagement, that's dialogue. However, many Nigerians feel that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's address did not go far enough to address the root issues, which is the causes that started the protest in the first place. So the key issues that remain unaddressed include, that's according to all the compilation by experts on what the president's speech was all about. One, it says the rising cost of living and economic hardship. Two, there's persistent insecurity and lack of effective governance. There's unfulfilled promises and perceived insensitivity to the citizens' plight. Then four, the need for concrete action and the tangible solutions. There was no possible we're going to do this and do this in order to give Nigerians hope of what to expect. So basically, today we want to hear from you about this. Concerns of experts and the speech of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Did it resonate with you? I mean, in our report, one resident said he spoke well. So did the speech of the president resonate with you, or did it fall short of your expectations? What do you think is the way forward for Nigeria, and how can the government effectively address the grievances of its citizens? This is what we'll be talking about. So please go ahead, call us via the numbers that will be displayed on your TV screen, any of the numbers, or you can send us WhatsApp message via the first number. Do not forget to include your name and where you're sending that message from. And if you're calling, please, this is a very serious and important discussion. We're giving you a platform to express your grievances. We had this discussion last week, all through from Thursday to Friday when the protest started, day 1 and day 2, even day 3. Open the phone line to you to address the issue. And what we've been calling for, the president answered and addressed us. But then there are different concerns about the process. So we want to hear from you about this. So we got our first caller from Ogun. Tolani, good morning. Good morning, Tolani. Are you still with us?
Good morning.
Yeah, please turn down the volume of your TV, Tolani. I can hear myself through your phone.
I've done that.
All right. So go ahead with your take this morning.
Thank you for giving the opportunity to air my view concerning the president's speech. I think from my own understanding, the president he spoke well, because the only thing I need to hear from me is that
Tolani, there seems to be a bit of echo in your I don't know if it's the network.
I think the governors.
Tolani, I think we have to let you go because I really cannot comprehend what you're saying. Please call us back. I really want to hear your take. And of course, what are the reactions of people in Ogun State currently? I heard the first line where you're saying that you were impressed by the speech, but I really want to get into a deep dive of how you came to that conclusion. So please go ahead, call us back. Let's hear from you. Go ahead, call any of the numbers on your TV screen and send us WhatsApp message. Let's hear your take on what the president has addressed. We've seen a lot of people come out to give their opinion, public figures and groups. We saw a lot of civil society groups showing their disappointment on the president's speech. The Northern Elders Forum, which from the beginning of the protest said they've detached themselves from the protest, came out to say that they seem to be disappointed by the president not addressing the key issue affecting the northern part of Nigeria, which is insecurity, which in turn has affected food production. And we're talking about how food inflation has risen over 40%. This is something that has sent farmers out of their farms. And you see, I think in one of the protests, a farmer was interviewed and he said, I'm a farmer, but right now I'm close to a beggar because I don't have food. I don't have a land to even continue my farming activities on. So these are concerns from people. We saw the renowned writer Wale Soyinka also made his own remark. There was a quote he used. He said the president came with a bullet instead of bread that the protesters were asking for or Nigerians were asking for. We saw the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar also come out to show his concern and about the loophole and the gap in the president's speech. So we want to hear from an average Nigerians. What do you think? Were your expectations met or did it fall short when it comes to the president's speech? Let's hear your take on this matter. Now, while we're waiting for, of course, your take, I'll be perhaps going through a bit of the president's address. One of the things he said, do we have a caller?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, my name is Mr. Nelson from Gombe State.
I cannot hear you very well. My directors, I don't know if we can work on something. There seems to be an echo.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yes, I'm calling from Gombe State.
From Gombe?
My name is Mr. Nelson.
Okay, Manasseh. Oh, Nelson, I beg your pardon. All right, yes. Go ahead with your take, Nelson. What was your expectation with, or did the president's speech resonate with you?
It didn't resonate with me, given that the protesters have what their demands are. The fuel subsidy, the electricity tariff, and all of that. The president didn't address any of these issues. He was just insensitive given to those issues that we have mentioned. Even though there are things most of the things he mentioned were even on loan. Most of the things he mentioned were pertaining to student loan and all of that. How does that solve the immediate problem that we are going through at the moment? So when people come up with issues like what are the palliatives that are to be taken at the instance of the issues that are mentioned to be able to address the current issues before those things he is doing, they could be good, but at the moment there is a prevailing issue that needs to be cushioned, and he didn't mention anything pertaining to that. So how do we go about this? Here in the north, we are battling with insecurity. So how can you ensure food security when you have not even outlined any plan to even to tackle the insecurity issue? So there are a lot of issues that he has not even addressed. So his speech for me fell short of what the expectation should be, given what the protesters are out for. So how most of the things he mentioned, listing out some of the things he have done, how does that help the current situation where we find ourselves?
I understand where you're coming from, Nelson. Thank you so much for calling. You then answers, and this is what we are going to definitely talk more on. So go ahead, call us and share your take on how the president's speech got to you. What was your understanding of the speech? Would you say it addressed the massive concerns of Nigerians, of the protesters, which we have to just put it out there, whether we like it or not? Everyone is facing what is going on, and as much as some of us did not go out, we know for a fact that the protesters are not only there to protest for them, but also for the rest of us, because one of the major issues that has been brought out here is hunger. Yes, Nigerians are hungry, and there is no speech, there is no clause in the speech that the president made that addressed that particular issue. And the second most important was insecurity, which also was not at all addressed in the president's speech. But then we're hoping to see a brighter side to the speech. So if you have a thought, perhaps what he said resonates with you, give us a call. Let's hear the angle that you're looking at. At the end of the day, it's not about us attacking each other. We don't want the people to attack the president or the government. We don't want the government to attack the people. It's all about the growth of Nigeria. We're trying to find possible solutions to the growth of our country, just like Nigeria has already started showing how influential and how great it can be by our sports men and women, making us proud globally. We hope to take on every other aspect when it comes to our economic status to go on a high level that we can really be proud of. But we need to address it amicably. Do not forget, the president is the number one citizen of the country. So definitely be mindful of how and what you say. No insult, no, words, ugly words will be tolerated. You need to come comprehensively. Let's have a very great, intelligent, and intellectual conversations that would move the country forward. So the president addressed, he said, notably among the protesters were young ones who desired, of course, the for better Nigeria and progressive country, which he said he agrees with and he understands their personal aspirations would be fulfilled, and he hopes that it would be fulfilled. So he expressed his pain over the loss of lives in states like Borno, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, and other states. Other states where they have been mentioned, we would say, I think, Katsina. Those are states that there was loss of lives. And for yesterday's protest, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, there was a protest that blocked Abuja Kaduna Road, which was done by, I think, the Suleja protesters, and it caused loss of lives again, and that breaks our heart to hear situations like this. The president also talked about the wanton looting of supermarkets and shops, and also destruction of public facilities and infrastructure, both in states and the nation's capital, where he says it will not, of course, take us forward. Instead, it takes us back. And this is something that we have been echoing, saying if you want to be heard, then you need to do it peacefully and smartly. And yes, whether we like it or not, it's still in the same money that we're trying to say, reduce governance and all of that, that would be used to fix the infrastructures that were destroyed. So he said he commiserates with the families of the people that lost their lives in this protest, which is something that some public figures have called on, saying when there is a civil protest, there should not be the use of live bullets, on these protesters. Even tear gas is still been, people are still been skeptical about it, because we knew a lot of people that I think it was in Jigawa, people were taken to the hospital because of inhaling of tear gas. We know the northern part of the country showed anger so badly that even after being tear gas, these people were still pushing forward. They said they are going to continue with that protest. But the president is saying they must stop further bloodshed, violence, and destruction, which I spoke about over the weekend, saying if at all you want to go out and protest, you're not expected to carry sticks and stone. When I see you holding sticks and stone, I wonder, are you coming for a war? You're supposed to carry placards, as the Hausa people call it, allo, and write on it your demands. Just hold it in. You don't need to make noise. Your numbers, you marching in numbers, is already the loud noise that you need. And I always say, if you are going out, if you decide you're going out to represent other Nigerians to protest, then you have to make sure that you bring you're vigilant yourself, because you are also a security agent there. You have to be vigilant on people that want to destroy. All right, we have another call from Benway. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Yeah, your name. Speak up, please.
My name is Understood.
All right, from Benue. So go ahead.
Understood.
It's good to have you this morning. So what is your take on the president's speech? Do we still have the caller?
Yes, you still have me. My take on it is not much. We here in Benue State, we have so many issues that he didn't speak about. And concerning the country in general, I would say the president didn't even address any of our issues, because from what we have seen over the years through governance, we need actions, not voice.
Are you still with us? All All right, appreciate you for calling with that. Actions, not words. The president, in his speech, let's not forget, stated out actions that his administration has done. He stated a lot of things. Actually, he said he must ensure public order, of course, in line with the security matters, and that is why he's saying it was a political agenda. You know, that political agenda word that he used also triggered some group of people where they said it's like him being detached to the reality that the nation is facing. If you say political agenda, you're saying Nigerians are not really feeling this. Like they literally need someone to push them to say, come out and protest. So he said Nigerians should have peace. He said the protesters and organizers should suspend this and give room for dialogue. Do you think at this point, if there is a room for dialogue, it would yield great result? All right, I think we have Idris from Niger. Idris, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
What is your take on the president's speech?
The president's speech. Well,
please stay away from your TV set, Idris, or turn down the volume. I cannot hear you. Stay away from your TV set because I cannot hear you.
Okay.
All right, let's hear you, Idris.
You hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Idris, please turn down the volume of your TV. It's really loud.
My name is Idris from Niger State, Makwa.
Yeah, okay. It's good to hear from you from Makwa. Go ahead.
What the speech of the president no go straight to what the protesters want, because there's hunger in the land. What he's supposed to do is that they should reduce the amount of the fuel. That the money of the fuel is too higher.
The fuel?
And if fuel goes down, if the fuel goes down now, I'm sure things will be better. Yes, sir.
All right. Idris, thank you so much for that. But please, next time if you're calling us, stay away from your TV. You don't need to hear yourself through the TV because that would cause delay and it would take time that we don't really have. So please, if you're calling, stay away from your TV. That way we can get to hear you coherently. Please do stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume before you call us. So the president says the democracy progress where constitutional right of every Nigerian is respected and protected, the law enforcement agency should continue to ensure full protection of lives and property of innocent Nigerians. All right, I think we have a call from Mohammed from Kano. Mohammed, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning.
So what is your take on the president's broadcast? Because Kano is one of the states that has shown its anger on what is going on in the country.
Yeah, true. In the situation in Nigeria, the concern of the teen youth and the citizens of the country about the hardship that we had been undergoing in the inception of the government. We expect the president to address the issues that are of concern, especially about the hunger, about the poverty, the high rate of living generally, and then the exchange rate, and especially the price of pump of oil, which is so high, not affordable to common citizens of the country. So we expect the president to address these issues, but it is unfortunate that the president did not show much concern early.
Indeed. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mohammed, for that worries of the president. I mean, having the president address the nation was, a welcome development. People got what we've been asking for, but then the words came from the president, and it wasn't really assuring to a majority of Nigerians. So the president is saying his vision for the country is prosperous, and I'm sure we have messages coming in. So when my director is ready, we'll definitely display some of the message and read. Good morning, Shatima. It's good to have you. How is Maiduguri this morning?
Good morning, Summayya. Maiduguri is cool, alhamdulillah.
All right. So we've been with you. I mean, you have been with us all through this protest. What is your take on the president's broadcast?
Honestly, Summayya, President speak come as a surprise. To me, it could have been better for him to be silent on the matter, because this broadcast, it is just like putting iodine on the wound, because he did not touch the burning issue. And all we know is about hunger and high price of goods in the country. People are in difficulties. You are coming out talking about dialogue. Though dialogue is something that you will do before the thing be escalated. And after things escalated, what about the dialogue? You look for a way, you consult your advisors to give you advice on what you come out over media and talk. But true of the matter is he did not address well. The only thing that impressed me in his address is condolence that he sent to those who lost their life. That's the only thing. Apart from that, I did not see anything tangible about his speech. Honestly, his broadcast is very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, honestly.
Thank you
You
so
could
much.
have talked about something that either you have a remedy on the hardship of the people, you talk and you cool their mind. That's what we are all expecting from him. But he come out talking about something that is not even concerned about the protest. It is very, very disappointing, honestly.
Thank you so much, Shatima, for that. I appreciate you for always calling to share your take. All right. So basically, you're hearing the talk and thoughts of Nigerians on people calling. Please, moderator, when you're ready with messages, I'm sure messages are coming in. When we're ready. All right, let's pick the first message here. It says, "Good morning. I am Charles Enyina from Imo State. The president's address to me is very insensitive and shows less sense of responsibility. He did not talk about any area that benefits the poor masses, and it's very bad to know that our leaders don't care about how the poor Nigerians are feeling. Let him directly address and comply with the demands of the protesters." Simple. Thank you so much, Charles, for that. Another message from Mukhtar Caesar from Jos. Thank you, Mukhtar. We always appreciate you sending in your message. He said, "Mr. President, broadcast is not what we expect him to say, but we thank God that he tells us what we don't know about the nano businesses and also about Renew Hope Housing Estate with student loan. All we need from Mr. President is to remove the fuel subsidy. With the removal, what he listed things would be better." Truly, experts have agreed that removal of subsidy would help, but I think it's too late. Let's be honest. There's a bit of we should have Nigerians should have protested earlier. It's been 1 year since the subsidy has been removed. All right, let's read this message from Sayedi Aliyu from Bidda, Niger State, where he says, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu address to the nation has pointed out the efforts of government to reduce the sufferings of Nigerians. But my problem with the Nigeria government is that they are very slow in the implementation. For example, the CNG buses and conversion stations was announced to take place since last year. But until now, I don't know why it's always slow. Also, Mr. President continues to trust the governors to share food palliatives to the people. It doesn't have the expected impact it should have. Federal government and state government can both provide means for the workers to purchase common staple food on affordable discount, rent monthly, and states can provide locations for selling food at a discount rate. Now, this will fight the inflation in the general market. Social interventions like empowerment and employment to address unemployment issues. As of the protesters, they should make demands that are realistic. Nigeria can no more afford subsidy, and even as now, Nigeria is partly subsidizing petrol. The salaries all legislatures and executive accumulation cannot make up trillion that can be used to subsidize petrol. In my conclusion, President can call for a national open conference meeting with stakeholders, leaders and ministers to come and dialogue live on the live television if there is need to seek peace. I mean, that is a great thought. Thank you so much for that message. Someone said, good morning, Trust TV, good morning. The president did not address the demand of Nigerians. It is very unfortunate that he refused to address the main problems of hunger, fuel price, and other problems facing Nigeria. We need urgent solution to the problem, not what he has done so far and what he's planning to do tomorrow. That's according to Ustaz Abdurrahman from Okene, Kogi State. Thank you so much, Ustaz, for that message. Indeed, truly, the president in his speech pointed out a lot of things that his administration has done and promises of what will happen, but in his speech, there was no straight or quick or faster solution. But I have to put this out there. We've had a discussion, a take on, the fuel subsidy. We've had experts call in, join in our conversations, talking about we did not react when we should have, which is where there was an announcement on May 29, 2023, where the president said the removal of subsidy or subsidy is gone. That was a time for Nigerians to talk. But also, when we talked about Mr. President, all right, let's take this call. Good morning, Ahmed.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you from Kaduna State. Kaduna faced a lot of, violent attacks when it came to the protests, and the president addressed that. Would you say you're okay with, the president's broadcast?
So we are not okay with the president's broadcast. All Nigerians, I think, they are unhappy with the national broadcast for the president. I think, for instance, if you look at Kenya, when they start their own protest, their president did not call to them for dialogue. He just did the needful for them. He withdrew all the things that he feels that can the masses, and then he addressed the issue. He withdrew it all. But what we think yesterday, Mr. President will address the nation. He will at least tackle some keys for the protesters with their demands. And for that, to be honest, we are not happy. We are thinking that he will address the issue of the police killing innocent in the protest. But he concluded on condolences. So, to be honest, we are not happy, but we are encouraging the protesters to continue with their demand and protest peacefully, not violent, so that they will reach up to their demand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, for that call. All right, let's take messages. I think we have a message here from Izang Marcus from Jos, the Plateau State capital. He said the presidential address was simply to show a show of utter disregard to the pains and plights of Nigerians despite the protests. What we need is not a re-explanation of the policies of the current government as if we are all protesting out of ignorance. Rather, we need a categorically statement of commitment from the president reversing his decision in areas including subsidy removal, electricity tariff hike, and reduction in the cost of governance that have resulted in our current hardship. Until then, we cannot say that our protest has yielded any positive result to Nigerians. That's according to Isaac Marcos. Appreciate your messages, your message on that one. This one says, good morning. I am a Nigerian citizen. I'm a Nigerian citizen, and government is supposed to look into the situation of our country. People are suffering because of the increasing of the prices of goods. That's according to Mukhtar Muhammad Haledu from Kano State. Thank you so much, Mukhtar, for your message there. I mean, basically, this is the much we can take on what Nigerians are saying. Thank you so much for everyone that called in and sent in messages. We still have a lot we couldn't read out, and for calls that I know are still ringing. I appreciate you. Do not forget, Trust TV is that station where we open the phone line to hear from you about matters that concerns you and policies that affect you as Nigerians. So tomorrow, same time, we'll open the phone line. But do not go anywhere. There's going to be an extension to this discussion. We'll be talking to analysts on this situation and the speech of Mr. President after the break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.